Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to my channel, TWINfiniteocean Tarot. Today we're going to be doing what is called a Serenity Healing Tarot spread. Kind of gets to the bottom of what needs to be healed, any advice or guidance from Spirit, maybe revealing things that you were not aware of before. Just trying to get an overview of what might help in your healing journey. Hopefully you're all well, happy, healthy, wealthy, abundant. I'm going to start with the Luminal Spirit Oracle, try to get an overview for this reading. I don't know why that one was upside down. Or even if the card can give advice on ways to help. Let's see, what do we have for my Aquarius Collective? Let's see. Alright, we've got Corvid. And I know most people, when they first see this card, they're like, oh, doesn't look very nice. But to me, what it represents is like death and rebirth almost. Okay, let's look it up and then we'll discuss it more. See if I got it right. I don't use these very much, so I'm not quite sure. Okay. It says the Corvid represents the crow family, which includes crows, jackdaws, magpies, rooks, and of course ravens. Exceptionally intelligent, observant, and community-oriented. The Corvid brings initiation, protection, death, and the gift of memory. An opportunist in many ways, the Corvid's presence on battlefields connected it with the Celtic Morrigan, and hence with death and war. But beyond the more gruesome associations, the Corvid has been known to bring gifts to those who treat it well, be that shiny objects, lost items, or valuable information. In Norse mythology, Odin is accompanied by two ravens, Hugin and Munin, who bring him the news of the world. Messages. There is the saying that no good deed goes unpunished, but true, innate kindness brings blessings. A surprise gift is heading your way. Now is an important time to shift your efforts and focus on family-oriented matters and issues directly affecting your community. Support your flock. They will be there for you as well. And then it says, recent or soon-to-be-delivered news triggers memories of the past. Whether they are happy or painful, honor and embrace them for being part of your past. Then release them. You will be stronger for it. It's kind of perfect when it comes to healing. It's all about laying down those things or even dealing with the pain of them, because pain lasts for a night, right? But joy comes in the morning. So with this, is what I'm saying is it's a reminder that it might be time to really look at those shadows, the parts of yourself that you haven't really healed or looked at, or something may be coming soon that may spark some kind of childhood trauma or bring it back up to surface. And the only reason it gets brought back up to surface is so that you can heal it. Because sometimes we don't really know certain things because we've locked them away in some deep dark cage inside of our unconscious mind to protect us. But if we don't access them, we can't heal them. That's why they keep coming back up to surface to be healed. Leo got the same card in the Foundation. You could have gone through a lot in this lifetime. When I pull that card as the Foundation, for me, it feels like someone that has been through a lot of trauma. Maybe you've been in war. Maybe your life has felt like war at times. Well, let me deal them out and then we'll talk about them. And just like in Leo's reading, you do not have the same major arcana, but they had 4 major arcanas in their reading as well. Oh, you've got 3. But still, that's a lot, because it's at least half of your reading is major arcana. So there could be some major healing that needs to be done. or once it is done, your soul purpose will shine through. So this is the Wounded Warrior card to me. Like I said, this is somebody that has been to hell and back. They can show you vouchers, right? Just like this bird almost. It's a reminder to keep pushing forward. But what I'm feeling from this card is you've been wounded so much that it's kind of restricted your movement because you're guarded and you're not seeing the world for what it truly is, because you're seeing it through the lens of pain. So in order for this wheel to turn, which is your barrier, you're going to have to let your guards down a little bit. Not everybody is the person that hurts you. Not every situation is going to end up the way it is unless you put that intention into it. A lot of times people that have been wounded, they sit around and wait for the other shoe to drop. And if you weren't waiting for the other shoe to drop, you wouldn't be holding this wand up defensively, right? So this defense mechanism in itself is urging you to keep pushing forward, yes, but there's something that you need to face. You need to look at all of these wands and really feel the pain that they had given you, because if they were not painful, you would not have had to put that guard up to begin with, right? So in order to get the wheel turning in a more positive direction, not only are you going to have to step outside of your comfort zone, you're also going to have to step outside of being so guarded, because when you're guarded, it shuts your heart down, your heart space down. It shuts down like certain parts of your chakra system. And to get back into the flow of the universe, that's why this is a barrier. You're going to have to let some of those guards down, or at least heal them, so that way you can just, like it said, transmute it and then, you know, feel it and then send it back into the universe where it came from. Don't hold on to it. Advice of how to move forward is focus on this end game, the 10 of coins. Focus on what you want to see in your future. Do you want wealth? Do you want family? Do you want home? Do you want an abundant life? If you do, you're going to have to start pushing forward into those dreams and aspirations that can get you here. And that's like the star, you know, you want to focus on the healing so that way you can reach it. You focus on the healing and you send out an intention into the universe and it comes back. But when you're sitting in a 9 of Wands energy, you can't manifest, because even though you want something, you don't feel that you're worthy of it, because you're still so guarded. You feel like you're deserving to be treated a certain way because it's happened every time before. And it's happened every time before is because there's been a blockage inside your mind that this is all you'll ever have. And so at some point, the person that I'm talking to, you've kind of self-sabotaged. And how you can help others, or what you can do to help others, is give them the opportunity to see the world from a different place. The Ace of Coins to me is the minor arcana sun. Show them that happiness does exist. Share your light with other people. Share your journey with other people. So, I mean, even if you're feeling like you need to get to this 10 of coins here, start giving a little bit back to people, to charities, donate your time, efforts, that type of thing. That's how you can give back and help others. And then what you can do to help yourself, we've got the moon here. Bringing some places out of the dark. Like right now, you may not see things clearly, or you may be seeing them, like I said, from like a lens of hurt and pain. This is about getting out of that foggy sense. If you see here, this lady is holding a baby in her third eye. And so getting back into tune with like Mother Nature, maybe you need to like research some things from the moon, because the moon does have healing properties as well. Just getting back into a more grounded state is what I'm getting. we'll get more information, but... And then lessons you can learn from this situation. Justice is blind. That's what you can learn. It doesn't take note or name or anything like that. It only gives what you put in. You may have felt for a long time that justice has not been served in your life. Maybe you need to look at why you feel that way. Or why you keep replaying that in your head, like it's not fair, I'm not lucky, you know, speaking those negative thoughts into there. Because if you tell the universe I'm not lucky, the universe is like, let me give you 5 reasons to validate that. You know, you're not lucky. Okay, you're not. Let's play on this, right? So what you're gonna have to do is start speaking better things over your life and really putting yourself as like the main priority. You are your own justice, pretty much. Like, what you speak is what you get. What you give is what you get. Which, you know, like, no, maybe it didn't come to you in the form that you gave it out, but it came to you at some point, and it will come to you at some point. It's all about putting that energy out there so that it can be returned to you. If you speak negative, I promise you, if you stay here with this wand, like, I'm going to beat you with this wand if you step any closer. The universe will be like, bet, let me send you some people to beat with that stick. It's just the way law of assumption works, law of attraction, whatever it is that you believe in, but it's just the way it works. Okay. Alright. So like I was saying, the 9 plus the 10 of wands equals the 10 of wands. It's basically you are so far past what's been going on. Like, you are at the end of a burdensome cycle. Like, you've taken on too much responsibility. You have gone through too much trauma. You have put yourself through enough. Like, it's time to end this cycle. It's time to get to the 10 of wands so that way you can move forward. It's taking that action, even though you feel like this, it's still taking this action like it's the first time you ever took it. You know, that's that kind of energy. Like, it's that new cycle, like laying those burdens down, learning from them, knowing how to keep them from happening again, and moving into it with just a clear, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to take this on kind of attitude. Okay, now the will is clarified by the 5 of wands. You may have felt in competition. You may have felt like a lot of people were out to get you. You may have felt like everything was a fight. And that's what cycle's going to end when you lay this down. And that's what's going to get this will to turn. Now let's see advice on how to move forward. We've got the 9 of wands on top of the 10 of coins. Yeah. If this is what you want, if you want to stay defensive, if you want to stay guarded, if you want to stay in the energy of the other shoe is going to drop, it's going to keep you from this. So what this is saying to me is this cycle has ended, right? Now start focusing on this, because this is what you're going to need to go forward. This is how to move forward, is to get out of this. You've been here for too long. Start speaking abundance onto your life. And any action that you take from here on out, make sure it's action towards your dreams, your wants, your desires. And sure, we may fail, but that every failure is a lesson. Every failure teaches us something else. And it's really just time to lay down that old cycle, lay down the old narrative, start speaking a new narrative into your life. And what you can do to help others. We've got the 6 of Cups and the Ace of Coins. So with the 6 of Cups, to me, it's basically saying something that happened during childhood. Maybe you can even mentor towards children of how to invest. You may have grown up not knowing how to save your money. You may not have, but over time you learned, right? So maybe even teaching children how to move past trauma, or how to invest their money so that they can move forward. Maybe giving back to children. Maybe you could be a coach for a football team. Maybe something in you is driving you to work with children. And that's where you need to put your effort. Either that or to put the investment into your own children, so that way that generation can change and grow the way that you have. So that way that cycle doesn't repeat for generations to come. Okay. So what you can do to help yourself. Like I said, I think that with the Ten of Swords, you've literally been to hell and back. You know, you've literally seen the fires, you've seen the pain, you've had people you love stab you in the back over and over and over and over again, right? But it's almost like she's got her eyes closed to it. So something in your life, it's like you've just managed to keep going no matter how much pain that you feel. It's almost like you're hiding the pain. And until you face the pain and pull the swords out of your back, things will remain to be cloudy. Almost like you're walking on autopilot, numb, not feeling things, not seeing things correctly. Like, in order to see things clearly, you're gonna have to like face these pains, and then, like the card says, feel them and then release them back into the ethers. Let's see, what is this Justice card about? The Hierophant. Yeah, this is my God card. So the justice in this is grace is available to everybody. Justice is available to everybody. Really, the lesson you can learn from this is no matter where you go, you always have yourself. And you always have the divine there to help you through this. So you and the divine need to get into alignment and start co-creating. And that could be the lesson that comes from this, is not every burden is yours to carry, because it didn't come from you. It came from something else. And what you see as betrayal, another person sees as the way that they've responded to trauma. So it's all about looking at things from the lens of unconditional love. Looking at people for humans. You know, we all fall short of the glory. We do. No matter who you are. There is no human being that walks this earth that does not fall short. It's the realization of that and making the changes so that you can also see the justice in the divine. Like, the divine isn't somebody that's just out to get you. No. It's, you came here for a purpose, and the divine tries to guide you to that divine purpose. And so you have to learn lessons. It's almost like going to school. You learn the lessons, and the bigger that your calling is, the more lessons that you have to face. And it's that recognition of that. Like, there is no right or wrong, really. This and that are both true. Let's see. One more to close it out. What is, from the Starseed Oracle, do we have for my Aquarius collective? Inner Earth. Okay, so we have got Inner Earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Yeah, you will survive this. You've got this. And new solutions and beginnings. It's all about getting tapped in back into you so that you can see things clearly and start strategizing a plan of how to move forward, because the new beginning happens when you lay all this stuff down and you have it reborn into something. So if you lay it down and it is reborn, be careful of the actions you take after that. Make sure to stay conscious of the things that you go through. Make sure if you have something that hurts you, that you take the time for yourself to heal it. Let it go. You know, because the more we build it up and build it up, just making excuses, saying, oh, I'll look at that tomorrow, or I'll look at that next month, or I don't have time for that right now, the more it builds up. So then it becomes not only some small thing that needs to be addressed, it becomes a huge thing that's going to take a lot of time and patience to work through. So new beginnings are on the horizon. It's just time to really, you know, get back in tune with mind, body, and soul, the Trinity, you know. Well, my Aquarius Collective, I hope you got something from this. I hope it helped. I love you guys to the moon, stars, and Mars, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.